Okay, DC Vigilante. Just came back from watching Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, Fabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn or whatever. Anyway, what did I think of it? It was cool. I enjoyed it. I really did. So, without further ado, because I've already said I've enjoyed it, here comes the spoiler review. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, why not? If you do, you don't like it, bugger off. So here we go. I mean, first of all, Ewan McGregor, fantastic. Fantastic in the role, everybody's saying that. I thought it was a very fantastic idea of the villain Black Mask. I'm not actually too sure. I've only read a couple of stories with Black Mask in it, so I wasn't too sure really on the character, so I can't really say if his wanting us to own everything was accurate. But in this film, it worked well. It gave me a baddie in the DC universe that I've not seen before. He's just that greedy. He's just wanting everything. He wants to own everything, control everything. And then you had Zazaz. He was kind of manipulating the Black Mask as well, because he's got that sick fantasy. I mean, the bit where he cuts the face off, fantastic. But what was so unique about this film and the way it was done is, was a bit, as we were wandering through the film, all of a sudden Harley Quinn busts into the police station and she's firing all those guns, and I'm thinking, how did we get to this point? And then right there and then Harley Quinn says, oh, you're probably wondering how I got here. And then she goes back. So it kind of, the story is told by her point of view, which is all crazy and mixed up, which adds to it. And yes, took the wife along, and she loved it. She liked the music and everything else. She liked the characters. Her favourite character, I think, in this was Black Canary. I thought Black Canary was fantastic. Really kicked ass. She showed how vulnerable she could be as well. That she cared. And I liked the wee mention of her mother. And her mother used to do the thing, as we know, when it comes to Black Canary's history, it is a mother and daughter thing that took on the mantle. The backstory to the Huntress was kind of spot on, fantastic. But that was the only thing that sort of let me down, was the woman playing the Huntress. The missus, she didn't feel like she had that sort of appeal or something. And thinking back to it, I would say there's a comedian over here that does shows called Miranda. And if you're not too sure about who Miranda is, if you're in that other bit of the country, another country or something, then just put in YouTube Miranda TV show, then you'll get my feeling. There's a bit in it with where Harley Quinn is getting slapped in the face, knocked unconscious and whatnot, and she starts thinking about Marilyn Monroe. And what I got from that was, not straight away, but mind you, what I got from that, thinking back now, was he was constantly on about this diamond. She hears the word diamond mentioned in the background, hence why she uses it to sort of try to get her escape. But she's knocked unconscious with this. It goes to this song, Diamonds Are the Best, girl's best friend, but which was synonymous with Ewan McGregor, who also appears in the wee short clip, because he actually stars in a film called Moulin Rouge, and in this scene with Nicole Kidman, they're actually singing "A Diamond Is a Girl's Best Friend." So it really, I don't know if it was a nod to that, but to me, I think, it signifies something along those lines anyway. There was a lot of mention about Suicide Squad. You had Boomerang mentioned in it. You had the outfit that she wore the last time. You had the baseball bat. So yeah, and then you had, of course, the side of the face of Joker as he dips it under the Acme. So for that it does sort of exist. And as I say, the story is played like you want to come in? Just come in. I'll sing with you. The story is sort of played as though it's getting told by Harley's mindset, so it's a wee bit mixed up, which is good. I thought, what I was wondering how they got to the team up, and it worked well at the very end. There were scenes where, but what I really and the build up to that last scene with the Sonic cry and Harley Quinn using the roller skates to propel her forward, I thought was a nice touch. And I loved, some people had a wee bit of complaint about Harley Quinn, that it was spent too much on Harley Quinn. I went, no, for me it worked fine. I loved the start of it. It explained to people that probably new to the character that she was actually a clever person that came from a broken home at the start of. And during the film, she's psychoanalyzing. Well, you know what I mean. She's I can't say it. No, what was the word? Analysing. There we go. Psychoanalyzing people, and she gets people. Even before she sees Ewan McGregor's character. And she says, listen, I know what you're thinking. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna threaten me and everything else. So she's with it. She's clever, and she sums up her history to the wee girl Cassandra Cain, who I'm sure, I can't remember, is she Green Arrow's sidekick or one of the Batgirl women things? I'll need to look it up, but I know it is. Maybe you can help us in the comments below, because I know there's more to Cassandra Cain, but right now it's out my head. What else? What else did I love about the film? The music. The music was good. Especially the song that really captured me, and I wish I heard it louder and more clearer, was when they were in the funhouse and this sort of rocky tune came on. That really got me going. I thought, that was good. Then of course there was the song in the police storeroom that came on, Black Betty, and a version of that. I would have probably preferred the original version, but to hear Black Betty get played was pretty awesome as well. I enjoyed the Harley Quinn story, because it really emphasises that breaking away from Joker, and she sees it herself that her name consists of being a servant, to somebody. That is what a Harley Quinn is, is like a servant to a master and stuff like that. And when you think back to her childhood, the way she's grown up, and she's just trying to get her own personality out there, her own individuality, but the minute she does this, we have a kind of John Wick scenario where the whole town is out to get her. So there is a vulnerable side to her, even though she can kick ass. She's good. And as I say, Black Canary, for me, just as well was one of the main stars in the show. Before Harley Quinn was going to get kidnapped, and you see Black Canary in the can, and she's tying a summit over in her head, and then she comes out, kicks butt, but then later on she's fighting with her inner demons and what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing. She doesn't know Harley Quinn at the beginning, because it's alright, she saves her at one point, but she's also been tied up inside while she's standing outside. So, the emotions, for me, there's a lot more to digest in the film than led to believe. The only thing I would advise you against is waiting till the very end. Okay, I heard there was a sort of end clip to it, right? Something that you would take Batman for, right? And so I waited, right? And I think other people waited as well. I think they were kind of annoyed. Then it got to the very last seconds, and all you hear is Harley Quinn saying she's surprised they're still here. I bet you want to know about the Batman. And then it cuts it, and that's it. There's no vision, there's no her talking, it's just the voiceover. So don't stay to the very end, okay? I would, yeah, so yeah, what else can I say? Zaz as well was a fantastic character. I liked the bit where he opens his chest, sees the cuts on his body, and that really, it was becoming really... I felt like Zaz has never really been captured right on screen before. Yeah, he was in the Christopher Nolan trilogy a couple of times, or was he just in the first one? And then of course he appeared in Gotham. But to me, this one in Birds of Prey was Zaz. You know, I felt eeriness towards him. He was... he loved what he was doing, cutting the face off and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd give it a thumbs up, especially when you think about, you know, that it was going to be something like Gotham City Sirens, but they put that on hold and they put the two films together in some sort of way. I'm not too sure, but as a film, it was, for me, it was brilliant. And what delighted me when I went there is I looked at the screen and it said limited seats at a later time, especially when Sonic the Hedgehog was out. Okay, I saw a lot of kids there, with a lot of kids dressed up as Sonic, and probably their teenage brother or their parents forced to come and watch this when they probably could have been much better suited to watch Birds of Prey. When I went in, yep, there were a lot of people in there laughing at the end and stuff like that. Some people actually got the jokes that I didn't, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's well worth a watch. So you forget about other YouTubers like John Talks, and Katie Tunstall or something like that, who's working for Geeks and Gamers. He does the Star Wars thing, right? Who said he didn't enjoy that, whatnot, and it's just, listen, John Talks, he's sitting looking at his, and in the background on his back wall there's Marvel Comics. All he does is he reads whatever's printed on websites, right? And he gives you his opinion of what the website is, and if it's somehow controlled by the big companies, right? I would rather listen to somebody that's actually went out and seen it and has no sort of feelings towards a film before it came out. This person has. Not only him, but let's just check. Let's just check on the other guy. Who's the other guy again? Hold on a wee second. Where's the tail? Is it Katie? Because Katie Tunstall, that's like a singer, is it not? Yeah, and this guy, I mean, they're sort of homing in the woke system, right? And the boy himself admitted it, that he thought this film was a sort of feminist movement, and how we should actually not go and see this film because it's a feminist sort of channel. And then of course he apologises later, but what you're missing the point in is that it's too late. You've done the damage. You've sent out these mixed signals about a film. You've pretended that or you've said that these films are controlled and I'm not getting it. No Wi-Fi. Pants. But he works for Geeks and Gamers anyway. Let's try one more time. Katie Tunstall or something. He sits there anyway with a Star Wars hat. Not a Star Wars hat, the Star Wars sort of room behind him. And these people are transfixed either on Star Wars, whatever happened to Star Wars, which I'm with them. I am totally with these people. That those films were definitely controlled by Kathleen Kennedy, which did have an agenda, which did show a feminist sort of approach to it, that the woman has got to be the hero. But not once in this, and I've got it, not once in this movie did it say men are daft or women are stronger or anything like that. No, this film is all about women breaking away from men that have harmed them in the past or tried to control them. But during this film, they were showing some, even from the baddies, you know, they weren't saying, oh, you're a woman, you can't take charge of this. You know, you had Black Mask actually wanting to have Harley Quinn on his team. You had Black Mask, and there's John Talks. Yeah, not men's fault. Wait a minute here. So something that was done 5 hours ago, Birds of Prey, they can't blame men anymore for box office numbers. Now, he brought out a video. John Talks brought out a video maybe 12 hours ago or something like that, and saying something like Sonic the Hedgehog is beating Birds of Prey. Right, oh, it's lost so much money. That's just because, first of all, there's a big movie that's just came out. It's not even the weekend has started yet. The weekend's not even started. I mean, as I'm doing this just now, when I saw this is Saturday night, the 14th. So he's making videos predicting that this film is getting beaten by Sonic the Hedgehog, which I've already stated had number of seats already. And who's this? The Umbrella Guy, 6 hour goes, Birds of Prey big fail, spectacular dropping, about 50%. That's because nobody goes and sees a movie mostly during the week. Okay, I mean, I don't have time to go and see a movie during the week. So, but where's this guy? I go to library. John Talks. Bum bum bum. Is he? You've got the Lantern as well, the Batman, but he's. See if you make films and you're a DC fan and you're really putting it out there and you're really. Don't bother making a film, especially if you want to defend the brand. If you want to defend the brand and make things. Be more a wee bit like Ping Pong Flicks, who's a fan that's basically saying, see the film, support the brand. Don't go out bad mouthing something just because it didn't meet your preference. Ryan Keno, RK Outpost, right? That's the one, and I'll show you the wee videos there. Right, so that's John Talks, and that one's Ryan Keno, RK Outpost. Birds of Prey just changed its name. No, it didn't. It didn't change its name. So forget the press, forget everything you hear, forget box office numbers, okay? Just go and see the film yourself, okay? It is, how I would say, something like Reservoir Dogs. It is, now some people say it's like Deadpool. I didn't really care much about Deadpool. I didn't find it funny. I didn't find it, I don't know why it made those numbers. I think there's just, but again, that's me. Maybe some people were really brainwashed by Marvel Gump, but really it didn't. I don't know why it made that number, and I'm glad Joker now has beaten it, because it did not deserve to be there. This Birds of Prey needs to be up. No, it doesn't. But what it didn't deserve is all this backlash and hatred against it and calling it stuff that it was never. It's never been. It's never been a feminist movie. It's never been a woke culture thing. Same. Who else makes these sort of films? Oh, aye. Where is the guy? What did it throw? Nerd.com or something. Nerdrotic.com. He's one of them as well that just believes somehow the film media or movie media moguls out there are trying to brainwash us into this new feminist agenda stuff. To a certain degree, okay, but not with every film. Not with films that you probably haven't seen but like to make YouTube videos about anyway, condemning it before you've actually seen it. Okay, so this has been DC Vigilante. Giving this a big massive thumbs up. I'll be buying the movie, buying the soundtrack, and hopefully you'll check it out too. Thank you.